Okay, good morning everybody. We're returning to the old mono white Fiddlebender deck today. Didn't get a ton of new upgrades from Neon Dynasty, just really like Lion Sash, Eiganjo. But it's a deck I was liking a lot a couple months ago, and a deck I've been wanting to return to, and I think we've kind of entered that era of revisiting decks that just have a couple of small upgrades, and this is one of them today, huh? Good morning and good magic, Spikelings. I'm your only source of comfortness and happiness in a cruel and caring world, aspiring Spike. And welcome to my Shark Typhoon. Since I'll be traveling soon, it'll be fun to send our opponents on a trip to match Lost Town with mono white Fiddlebender today. So sit back and enjoy your high-level MTGO gameplay. Remember to support the stream by leaving a like, comment, sub, follow, ask about Lyris, discuss blue-white versus Shadow, and praise Clothis. Thank you, and chest. Let's keep this in the draw on the blind. Opponent's mold to 5. Definitely hope that this is a hand that Portable Hole hits. I almost played I almost played Cloudsteel Kirin in this deck. Cloudsteel Kirin is the 3 mana modify equipment. Not modify, reconfigure equipment. That if you reconfigure, you can't lose the game, your opponents can't win the game. I almost put that card in this deck. I thought it was only 3 mana to modular, but it is more than that. Let me get Plains just in case they have Bloodmoon in their deck. They're probably playing Rhinos or Living End. Probably Rhinos because they haven't cycled, but we should, I think, play Fiddlebender here, since if they do go for Shardless Agent, we can go like Portable Hole, then sack Portable Hole. Although there's a good chance that this like dies if they are playing something like that. Rhino's historically a pretty bad matchup. That being said, they are on a mold of 5. What was my record this year with Lotus? I think 8-2. Third Fiddlebender, huh? Well, they've got 2 cards in their hand. If they can't answer the Fiddlebender, we're probably going to be doing okay here. Can potentially sack the Treasure Vault to get another Portable Hole to deal with the Rhino. I did get a haircut. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Thank you. Oof, brutal. Prismari Command. Okay, hits me for 6, down to 13. Land might be nice here. Okay, they draw land. It's a pretty good one in Urza Saga. So I wonder if it's better to play Ingenious Smith here than it is to play Fiddlebender. I think I'm probably still supposed to play Shadowspear Fiddlebender. Pass back. Hey, Boros Stoneblade is the best variant right now. I mean, yeah, it kind of depends, I guess, if you consider Hammer Time to be a Stoneblade variant, because it's kind of hard to go wrong with that deck. Yeah, I think Boros Stoneblade is still a very good deck. Dude, this is a very good mold of 5 they've had. Okay, taking 6 down to 7. Counter on Urza Saga. So I can play Sentinel Fiddlebender. I can go just make a token. Yeah, I think I'm just making a token here since I can block the Agent with the token, which means I'm not dead to 1 burn spell, and then my Shadowspear on the Construct token can actually start to race this board. They've also already used a Prismari command in 2 Brazen Borrowers, which means that they may have a harder time dealing with the token. They also have played their Beseiju. Yeah, haircut turned out really well. Right in time for Chicago. Oh, the 3rd Brazen Borrower. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so I can Portable Hold the Rhino. Guess I just have to float a mana. Not sure what we're getting here. Maybe a Springleaf Drum. I can go like Fiddlebender, Springleaf Drum, cast Sentinel Chump Blocks here, Portable Hold this. Or it could be better to... It could maybe be better to just trade a Fiddlebender for a Agent? No, let's just jump block. Toaster with the Twitch Prime, thank you so much. Alright, they got one card, they could sack their Waterlogged Grove. They declined to sack the Waterlogged Grove, which almost certainly means we're dead. Or they just made a mistake. Definitely a tricky spot with these borrowers. They're just going to be kind of tough to beat. Okay, there's a treasure vault. Let's relook at the list here. Hold on, I also need to close Chrome. Okay. So I can find any 2-drop. So I could potentially go Ingenious Smith into sack Portable Hole 2-drop Lightning Greaves. Can't also equip Shadowspear, and that probably doesn't work. Man. I might just be toast here. I can try to Fiddlebender a Portable Hole into Ichor Wellspring and then draw a Dispatch. I kind of think that's the only line I have. Okay, that's that's one more look at Dispatch. Potentially one more if I had another Bauble, I guess. Probably taking Citadel here. Okay, so Dispatch or Scoop. They've got a Force of Negation on top, which actually means I guess I could upkeep cast the Dispatch. No, I can't upkeep cast it because I need to block and then tap the drum, so we lose. Even if we draw it, and we didn't. Okay, rough game 1. Rhinos has like historically been the worst matchup for Fiddlebender, so it's kind of tough to dust off a deck after not playing it for a long time like this and immediately just hit your worst matchup. It is what it is. That's Magic the Gathering. We do got some cyber cards, Ratchet Bomb, Void Mirror, sort of Feast and Famine's pretty good. I might cut. Let's cut the Crackdown Construct. Oh, I also want like at least one Portable Hole to Oswald into, and I don't want the Relic, and I don't want the Needle. I think I want the second Greaves too. I moved the second Greaves to the board earlier today. Red Headband, the 28 months. Appreciate you. Glad that you're still here. Don't you have Portable Hole in the matchup? You don't want the full 4, but you do want some. Sounds good. No Damping Sphere? No Damping Sphere. It's like Damping Sphere makes their Cascade cost 1 more mana, but you're spending a turn to play 2 mana lock piece. That's gonna make their thing cost 1 more mana, and since you're taking the time off to cast your Damping Sphere, it's just like that slows you down enough for it to be pretty easy for them to just pay the 1 in a couple turns. Watho, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good day. Appreciate you, buddy. Playing some Fiddlebender today. Pretty sure I get Kaldra, because this is just going to make me the most resilient to a Force of Vigor. Although, I'm probably supposed to Void Mirror next turn. Got a 5/0 Blue-White Snapcaster. That's really exciting. That's really exciting. Yeah, I think my opponent wanted the second blue source for the borrower. Makes more sense. Evoke Fury. Maybe I should avoid Mirror this turn, huh? Pitching Fire Ice. Second lands. Gotta be careful with the Void Mirror. We do have a decent number of colorless spells in the deck, and it can actually sometimes be easy to forget this is in play and tap your Citadel to cast a colorless spell. Playing the Sentinel first here in case my opponent has Brazen Borrower. They have to let me draw a card if they bounce the mirror. So they just get to tap Stevens and pass. Rhino's coming down in 2 turns. Smart Command, very good here. Yeah, this is just historically pretty abysmal matchup. That being said, Stoneforge Mystic is a very good draw. I'm trying to think if I went Sword of Feast and Famine or Nettlecyst or Greaves. Greaves is kind of interesting since it maybe lets me go for the Crackdown Construct combo. Let's say that 5 times fast. Could also get Shadowspear. Shadowspear is pretty easy to get off Fiddlebender if that lives. I think we're getting the Feast and Famine. They've got Rhinos coming down next turn. I think it's somewhat likely they're I think it's somewhat likely that they're gonna, you know, cast Charlotte's Agent or Violent Uppers this turn, right? You would do Greaves. Did we cut the Crackdown? Did I? I did cut the Crackdown, sorry. Sorry, should have been more cognizant of that, I guess. Okay, then they suspend another Footfalls. They have one coming down next turn. Oh, maybe I could have also gotten Shadowspear, or sorry. Yeah, Shadowspear here so I could sack that into a sorry, I could have sacked the Shadowspear into a Ratchet Bomb, which maybe is just what I'm gonna try to do next turn. Like put this this Citadel into a 1, or do I want to sack the Treasure Vault? We probably sack the Citadel. Yeah, I think I just grabbed the star. Yeah, grab the star. And I technically have Dispatch up, but I would prefer just to get a Ratchet Bomb next turn. How's Lion Sash looking so far? I like it. It's nice that you have 2 tutors for it in this deck. It's nice that you have a lot of artifact synergies for it in this deck. But it is just kind of like a versatile card rather than like a super powerful one. Okay, so 2 cards in their hand. Hopefully they can't kill my Fiddlebender. Even if they do, we do have a like pro green Kaldra coming in. It's not really the end of the world. Definitely nice that the Kaldra token has indestructible, so our Ratchet Bomb doesn't kill it. Is Cloudsteel Kirin too slow for the deck? Yeah, I actually thought Cloudsteel Kirin was 3 mana to reconfigure this morning, and I actually was like pretty excited to play it. And then I just reread it, and that 5 that I read was actually that 3 that I read was actually a 5 mana. So I think that being at 5 mana, the card is just too slow, too easy to play around. But definitely a very cool card. Yeah, that was a lot of value. Then we get to hopefully just put my opponent to 2 here, get their last card out of their hand. Yeah, it's getting Mandela'd again. It's been happening a lot lately. Looking like we're in very good shape this game, though. Obviously not impossible to lose. If they top deck like Fury, maybe we're in bad shape. Although we would still get to make a token and dispatch. Ever try brewing with Tamashi? Yeah, Tamashi is too expensive. Like Tamashi is like the exact kind of card I think you should try to shy away from. Where it's like, Tamashi is very powerful if you untap with it, but there are dozens and dozens of super powerful 3 mana creatures that if you untap with them, you get a lot of card advantage. There's just millions of them in Modern, but like it's especially a 3 toughness one that dies to every removal spell ever. It's really just not a card that I think you should lead into. Your 3 mana spells in Modern really have to get you value when they enter the battlefield, or they have to be resilient. The ones that you have to untap with are just like usually never playable. What's my favorite one? Eruth is kind of like the one that comes to mind. One that like a lot of people were pretty hyped for. Some people tried out, and I think this card's really cool. It's a 3 mana 2/4. If you would draw a card, you exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards instead. So it's like every time you draw 1 card, you draw 2. It's, you know, extra card every turn just on the draw step, potentially more over time. Oh, dude, Blood Moon? It's kind of brutal. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. Sorry, okay. My plan was to sack the Bauble. It doesn't matter. We can't get rid of. We can't play the Saga this game. I was gonna sack the Bauble, get a Shadowspear, equip. It's not a viable line anymore. Yeah, just a little happy accident. I think I'm still sacking the Bauble here. But I might get Esper Sentinel now. Yeah, let's get Esper Sentinel. Then dispatch the Borrower. Equip the sword. Get their last card out of their hand. And then move the sword over to Sentinel post-combat. Last card was dead gone. Kind of interesting that they have Blood Moon in against me. This card really just does like destroy all Urza Sagas. Like I'm a mono white deck. The artifact lets us, yeah, you can see, yeah, these are still artifacts. Although the Citadel does lose Indestructible, and the Vault loses the ability to make treasures. Thank you, John. Cast Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. They do have Rhinos coming down next turn. Opponents do a pretty good job of top decking gas every turn. I could potentially Shadowspear on the Sentinel. I think I kind of want to see what I find off the Smith first. Portable Hold does seem like a pretty nice pickup here for the Rhinos that are coming down next turn. Yeah, let's grab the Portable Hole, I think. I'm trying to think if I want to sack one of my lands to Fiddlebender or not. It's kind of nice to trigger the Ingenious Smith. I can also grab Mishra's Bauble. Do I have another Sentinel in the deck? I think I have one more. I can grab Mishra's Bauble, attack with a Sentinel, trade Sentinel for Bone Crusher. Oh yeah, I guess I can't play an equip. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just take the Portable Home. Yeah, we need our Sundering Titan to sack the stupid Kaldra. Yeah, I think I just want to leave the Sentinel in play here because I'm either gonna like tap them out when they cast the Rhinos here, or almost tap them out, or I'm gonna get to draw a card. Thank you, Maj. Yeah, I think the Fiddlebend, the Kaldra into a 8-mana spell is not not the best plan. I think Esper Blade with Kaito can be a thing. I've been working on it, yeah. I've got a list that I think looks okay. And if Charm is viable due to mana requirements, yeah, I think I'm not playing any Archmage's Charm because I think you still have to play Teferi. Playing a lot of Planeswalkers in that list. I do think they've got an attack with the Bone Crusher if they want it, but they decline it. Second Portable Hole is pretty interesting. So we can get a Lightning Greaves. I've already used my Ratchet Bomb and my Void Mirror, unfortunately. I think I might just get an Ichor Wellspring, actually. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to deal with this Rhino token right now. I do kind of think it might be good for me to trade Sentinel for Bone Crusher, then re-equip to the sword post-combat. Yeah, this way if my opponent has a removal spell, their attacks are just going to be so much worse. Which I think that's pretty important for me here when I'm so ahead, to just like reduce their outs. I'm pretty sure I moved the sword onto the Stoneforge Mystic. The Pro Green lets me block this pretty easily. I can maybe trade Smith for Agent if they make that attack. Had a chance to play much Elden Ring. I mean, I think I've got like 20 hours in total. I played a couple hours last night. I found like a couple bosses that I missed that were like very easy. I beat them on my first try. I've definitely been like, you know, who knows what the right order is, but I feel like I've definitely been getting into some difficult areas, I'll say. Okay, I mean, I love this for us. This is great. Now we get to just portable Holo Rhino token. Move the sword over. Should we have done Fiddlebender on their turn so Smith was a 3/3? You could only activate Fiddlebender as a sorcery. We're not out here trying to cheat. Okay, one game two. I think I'm pretty happy with my sideboard plan. We could maybe bring in the Crackdown Construct, but it is pretty fragile. I don't hate this hand. Spellskite is actually like a pretty good card. Urza Saga like can also win the game by itself sometimes. Just like your Saga tokens are bigger than their Rhino tokens. Sentinel's not bad. You might even say that it's good. This is obviously though definitely a hand that is gonna like fold pretty hard to Force of Vigor. This Crackdown go for something. Yeah, it goes infinite with Lightning Greaves for infinite power haste. And then Shadowspear can give it trample. Incoming turn 3 moon, yeah. I mean, yeah, with 2 sagas, turn 3 moon's pretty tough. It's probably supposed to do text first. This is definitely the kind of hand that, like, if I was on the play, I'd feel a lot more confident. But maybe everybody can just kind of clinch up a little bit and pray to Clothis that we don't get Force of Vigored. I think my opponent is trying to understand how Spellskite works with Force of Vigor. I believe that Spellskite does not interact favorably against Force of Vigor. If they target Spellskite Saga, both of those get destroyed. They pitch Force of Vigor. Well, rough. I got Wordload 1. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, running great. No third land? Can I explain the Crackdown combo, please? Yeah, it's not too complicated. Crackdown Construct says whenever you activate the activated ability of an artifact or creature, but you know we care about the artifact part. It gets +1/+1, and since Lightning Greaves has a 0 mana activation ability, you just keep equipping to 2 different creatures, making it infinitely big. Then you give it haste, and if your opponent has a blocker, it's pretty easy to have a Shadowspear in play to equip, since Saga, Stoneforge Mystic, and Oswald all tutor for your Shadowspear. Yeah, the Shadowspear is like it is a pretty important piece of the combo to get through any blocker. They did pitch a Force of Vigor. If they're on the triple Force of Vigor draw, you know, more power to them. It's not even the end of the world, necessarily. If they force targeting Spellskite and one other does nothing. They force targeting not Spellskite with 2 targets. You can change up to one of those targets Spellskite. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, if they force here, it's not the end of the world if they don't have an answer to the Stoneforge Mystic. It is nice here that Spellskite is protecting Stoneforge from Burn Spell. And if they do have an answer to the Stoneforge Mystic, like if they spend their turn just killing Stoneforge Mystic, then we do get to start making Saga tokens, and Saga tokens are usually pretty good in this matchup. 4 cards in their hand. I haven't played against Rhinos in so long, it feels like. Damn it. Well, I guess, I mean, they have Fury. Kind of feels like they have Fury. I mean, how bad is this? I mean, it's obviously not that good, but if they Fury, they go down to 1 card. No cards in hand now. That they play this. Yeah, this is not so bad. I've got 6 cards in hand. They can't cast their Borrower. They're top decking. They only have an island. It kind of feels like I'm, this kind of feels like a little bit of copium, but I don't feel too bad. Let me play Sentinel Star here. If we want to get land number 3 and get a Feast and Famine in play. Yeah, but they can't cast either of their Cascade spells. This is actually just kind of fine, right? Oh, we play Saga. Man, Urza Saga is, I think, it's just the worst card in Modern, man. It's just the worst card in Modern. There's just Force of Vigor and Blood Moon and Alpine Moon and Spreading Seas. It's just the worst card of the whole format. The more I play with it, this is the I know I keep playing decks with it, but oh my gosh, does this card suck? At least in sideboard games, it's like the worst card in your deck so often. Continue trashing Saga so it could go below 10. I mean, it's a very powerful card, but boy, is everybody just so ready to beat it. Ooh. It's pretty good. Alright, I think I'm equipping here. I'm at a pretty healthy life total, so I'm not sure how aggressively my opponent feels like they can attack. If I draw a land and they attack, I can go Giganta in hand pre-combat, cast Giganta post-combat. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Rhinos too, but it's also like we were kind of destined to play against Rhinos because Fiddlebender's worst matchup is Rhinos, and of course, whenever you dust off a deck you haven't played in a while, you just immediately hit the worst matchup, even if it's not that popular. Because they do attack. Puts me down to 13. 2 cards in their hand. A lot of their cards they can't cast. Okay, I do have Metalcraft. I think I'm going to go for the Giganta line, though. Yeah, I agree that it's good that Saga is not, like, a super oppressive card. Well, opponent's still drawing relevant spells, despite a huge chunk of their deck being Blood Mooned. They have a Petty Theft, which they're going to Petty Theft my sword. Which is fine, I think. So I'm still making this attack. Wait, was this a bluff? Oh my gosh, what is this? I mean, I'm still attacking every single time here. I'm not like chump blocking the Fury, right? Maybe I am. They discard Charlotte's Agent. Wait, what's happening? What's happening? Ice my planes. Okay, well, get out of here. Ice my planes. I see. Yeah, they're trying to ice the Sentinel. That makes more sense. Man, this would feel pretty good to beat. Double Force of Vigor, Blood Moon killing an Urza Saga, double Fury, right? Yeah, Fury pitch, kill 2 creature, or kill the Spellskite, hardcast Fury. Bunker's just pretty good here. I mean, I think I just cast the Giganta, move the Greaves over to Giganta. Attack with both. Yeah, 1 more mana to hardcast the Kaldra too. I guess this means I can't. Feast and Famine my Giganta until I get another creature. Notably, Giganta also cannot help cast Kaldra. I think I'm probably also destined to draw the 4th Urza Saga. Oh, this was an incredible draw. So we're gonna grab Nettlecyst. I think they're conceding, yeah. Cool. Well, this feels great to beat your worst matchup after not playing a deck for a long time. Match 1. Alright, well, these hands have had no lands in them. Okay, so you're playing Rhinos with Riftbolt, Skewer, and Assault Battery and Fire Ice. Seems like one of those lists where you spent a lot of time asking yourself if you could, and maybe not enough time asking if you should. Just kidding, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the burn plan seems really weak to me here. It's kind of interesting, though. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't think there's any obvious room for improvement, except for the fact that I don't know that this plan is better than the typical plan, right? I mean, those are things in 17 months. Appreciate you. But if your goal is to marry the burn and Rhino's archetype, this is probably fine. I would maybe consider playing like Exquisite Firecraft in the main deck, just like a powerful 3 mana burn spell. Just finish him off. Maybe over Assault Battery. I'm not a big believer in Assault Battery. I saw Manguchi playing it the other day, but just not really a believer. Ooh, Fiddlebender. Yeah, I think those are my thoughts. Sideboard looks pretty good. Oh, the Cascade and the Firewalker sideboard plan is interesting. If Burn is really popular in your meta, that's fine. I feel like I'd probably be wanting like Force of Negation in that spot in a lot of if I wasn't like expecting a ton of Burn, but which I don't think you should be at the moment. Play Stoke the Flames. Oh, I didn't know this was Canister. No. Let's play the blue-white affinity list. What are we doing here? I think I'm getting Nettlecyst here and trying to set up for the Crackdown combo. Does feel pretty bad to sack this. I think I'm just gonna get a Chromatic Star for start the value train too. I don't think any of these are super. I'm super interested in portable holding aggressively. Cool. Also Manriki Sash. You gotta assume the canister's on Stoneforge Mystic over there. That was the worst draw in the deck because I was really hoping to turn the Nettlecyst into one of those. I think I'm still getting Lightning Greaves though. Maybe I should just got Ichor Wellspring. That may have been better. My construct's kind of small. I think I like Portable Hole, pay for one of the 2 Sentinels, exile their construct. I can sack the Portable Hole pretty well for value next turn. And then I could also maybe like Needle the Urza if I feel like I'm just gonna get outvalued by the spins. You think Neoform is a good deck? It's okay. I think that is probably underrated now that Spirit Guide is banned. Like that deck can still win on turn 1, and it's like pretty consistent to on like turn 2 or turn 3. Okay, spins into the fountain, wants to play Saga instead. 3 mana left. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I just have to go for the Crackdown Construct combo. Next turn I'm attacking for Infinite Power Trample. This turn I get to force a chump block. Pretty fast combo to click through. Just get up to 17-17 real quick. Make canister chump block. Let Oswald help out. Would you go with a 1 of blue construct that untaps? Be something considered so you can go from 1 to 3. I mean, I feel like splashing blue has a pretty big cost, and also like putting Corridor Monitor in your deck reduces your card quality like a decent amount. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, Canister has infinite mana here, so it's eventually going to be able to spin into portable holes and stuff to answer my things, even though I've got an infinite combo as well in the backswing. Tough stuff. Very close game there. Very close game. Let's bring in the Revoker. Tough to say. Let's cut the Lion Sash. Cut the Relic. Could be interested in Dispatch number 3. We could be interested in... Oh, sorry, I want to leave in the Relic for the sword combo. What combo? Sword of the Meek, Sacred Foundry, Urza is infinite mana, infinite life, and infinite tokens. Could maybe bring in Manriki, because they are playing Stoneforge Mystic, but like it's not very good in Sword of the Meek or Kaldra. I think I'm probably leaving it at home. I don't think I'm bringing in Ratchet Bomb. It could be fine. I think I want the third Dispatch. Let's try to figure out how to get that in here. I also kind of want the second Greaves too. Actually, can probably cut the third Bauble, fourth Smith. Torpor Orb shuts off their combo. I know, but we also have lots of other ways to start off their combo. Okay, let's keep this. Figured out what Mar deck I play this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Bank Control deck in Chicago this weekend. Yeah, we have lots of ways to shut off the Thumper Sword combo that I think are better than I'm gonna Bauble myself, see what I might want to play. Or I could also potentially play Fiddlebender this turn. Yeah, let's play the Fiddlebender this turn. Like next turn being able to grab like Portable Hole and then like get a Chromatic Star off the Saga is gonna be pretty nice. That's a pretty good draw too. Kind of want to Portable Hold the Moon Snare so Canister can't Urza next turn. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play the red-black Anvil deck in at the Hunter Burton. It's kind of my plan. Play Bant Control this weekend, red-black at Hunter Burton. Reality Chip, huh? So I think I'm making a token and then activating Fiddlebender, getting Chromatic Star. I think I'm gonna get Chromatic Star here. And then I'm going to Phyrexian Revoker Urza. And what's cool about Revoker here is that it stops Urza's mana abilities too. I think Stony Silence is worth in sideboard or something like Force. Well, what deck are you talking about? What deck is like choosing between Stony Silence and Force? 4-color Omnath. Thank you for flying. Other than again, Channel Guides or something new to the list. We're playing Lion Sash. Most of the list is mostly the same. I think we've kind of entered the era of starting to revisit decks we were playing before Neon Dynasty. Just like slight updates, revisiting them is currently where I'm at. Cool. Okay, so it does have the Urza, no mana. Drew Nettlecyst return. Okay, well, I'm almost definitely playing Saga, casting Portable Hole on something. Don't know what that something is. I feel like I don't care if they spend 3 mana to Reality Chip next turn. I think it's going to be the Sacred Foundry. And then I can go Ichor Wellspring into Nettlecyst. Hopefully I don't draw Nettlecyst. There's only one more in the deck. Does reconfigure onto Urza, but only has 1 mana available, and then I can also like Portable Hold the Urza next turn. Does get some value though. Let's see. I think I like this line. Force a jump block too. Oh. I think that was a I'm not sure if that was a misclick by Canister or a concession. One of the two. This is kind of an old deck, Will, but good to see you in chat, buddy. I do like this deck a lot. I think our sideboard plan's fine. I'm just gonna stick with it for game 3. Yeah, mullet confirmed, not happening. At least not this hair cycle. I forgot how much I really liked short hair. I feel like I look 10 years younger. Unlikely to go back to long hair anytime soon. Turn 1 Moonsnare. Pretty sure we just play plain Springleaf Drum. Their own copy of Urza Saga. Hopefully not too big of a follow-up. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, I guess. And an Aether Spell Bomb. Springleaf Drum, 2 cards in hand. Pretty good draw so far for Canister. Yeah, so I think this dispatch will do a decent job of catching me back up on the Urza Saga race. At least that's the hope. Second copy of Saga. Cast an Aether Spellbomb. It's going to make a Saga token. I'll trigger my Saga. Cast a Citadel. Or play Citadel, sorry. Pass back. My Smith is definitely going to grow pretty big this game. Well, they've got 2 Aether Spellbombs for like 2 of my tokens here. Okay, draws a card instead, though. Okay, I'm gonna make a token 2 so I can't get my Saga needled. Grabs a Shadowspear, which I'm pretty happy with since I've got this copy of Dispatch. Taking 8, though. Yeah, I think I shouldn't make a token this turn. I kind of like needling the Saga. Or needling Aether Spellbomb. It's kind of close. Let's do the Needle Aether Spellbomb. So X out this token. Then I'm going to attack for 8. Then I'm going to hold up Dispatch on Canister's turn. Fuck. Waiting to cast the Dispatch, hoping that Canister spins mana this turn, equipping Shadowspear to Construct. That's a portable hole for Needle, I guess. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I fucked up so bad. I lost. I need to respond to the portable hole. Yeah, I think Canister sees it. Can turn me off Metal Crafts. Dang it. Whoopsie daisies, huh? That was a good game. Pretty interesting. Ah, dang it. Okay, let's keep this. I like this hand a lot. What happened? I need to respond to the portable hole. I didn't realize the Canister could cut me off Metalcraft if I didn't respond. Tapped Stomping Ground. Okay, if I had another white source, I think it's pretty easy to cast the Greaves this turn. The problem, though, is like if I go Greaves this turn, I can't play Oswald and activate Oswald next turn unless I draw a white source, so I think I should just play the Oswald. Seems like everyone is playing Artifact the Gathering lately. I mean, yeah, we just had an Artifact themed set with tons of modern playables that people are trying out. You know what I mean? No! No! Listen, dude, this sucks. This sucks so much. I haven't played against stupid rhinos in... I can't tell you the last time I played against rhinos, okay? And Fiddlebender's worst matchup is rhinos. In 3 matches, in our first 3 matches, we play against rhinos twice. This fucking sucks. we did win round 1, I guess, but golly. Like I haven't played against rhinos like maybe once or twice since Neon Dynasty came out. I played against rhinos yesterday. Did I? I really don't think I did. Yesterday? Maybe you're right. Just let me complain for a little bit. Okay, I was playing Lotus Field. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, just let me complain for a second. I think we can Nettlecyst. How's the brew feeling? This is an older brew that I was what we were liking a lot before Neon Dynasty. We're just kind of returning to it here. Morning, Sanchez. I was actually meant to equip onto the Stoneforge Mystic here instead. But looks like they're killing the creature I would have preferred for them to kill. Yeah, you're right. We did play against rhinos yesterday. Maybe it is making a comeback. Just always stinks to have this exact thing happen where you bring a deck back and you hit your worst matchup twice in 3 matches. Brutal stuff. Not the end of the world. I'm gonna leave the Bauble in play to make my Nettlecyst a 5/5. Just pass here, right? What are your thoughts on modern comboless goblins was? I've never heard anybody provide a cohesive argument for like why you would exclude the Snoop Harbinger combo from goblins, where that combo gives you so much equity in all of your bad matchups. At the very least, like, okay, so like the comboless goblins is like 8 whack. That's like the aggro version of goblins. But I don't think there's like almost any reason to play like the red-black Vile goblins deck that I've been playing without the combo. No, ... give it haste. No, I'm not gonna Nettlecyst give this token haste and attack into Violent Outburst to get double blocked. Yeah, it's like without the combo, you just like the combo makes you like actually pretty good against decks like Tron and Titan and Belcher. Without the combo, like you like actually can't win. You actually cannot win those matchups. They don't have Prismari command, do they? Alright, barf. Fire Ice on top. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could see on top of my library that would make me not want to fetch. Urza Saga is pretty close. I think I still just need to use my mana efficiently here. And like keep my Smith alive too. I already know my opponent's top card. Alright, pass him back. Okay, so my opponent has Fire Ice in their hand. So I kind of like going Springleaf Drum, Fiddlebender, move to equip the Fiddlebender. My opponent's like pretty forced to Fire Ice the Fiddlebender. And so that means if there's no or if my opponent has Violent Outburst, like they're kind of like, or I guess forced is maybe an exaggeration, but I think that they are very heavily incentivized to kill the Fiddlebender here, and then I could just cast an Ichor Wellspring, get my attack going. Is this another Prismari command? Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Suspends the Footfalls. So if I cast this, if I cast the Nettlecyst here, I do get got pretty badly by Force of Negation. Maybe I get Shadowspear here. Shadowspear actually gives me a pretty good attack. No, the Violent Outburst makes the Rhinos a 4. No, it makes the Rhinos a 4 power creature. I guess we just grab the Nettlecyst and then Kaldra in hand and pass. Or sorry, here. What is this? Giganta? Giganta in hand and pass. We have the red mana off the Springleaf Drum. Oh, you're right. They can't outburst. Sorry, missed that they had double blue. I guess we can attack then. Scrap Treller appeared to be quite good to ground out if you just replace it stuff. Yeah, Scrap Treller is kind of slow, but I agree that there may be something to the old Trawler. They can't block with the Borrower. I don't think I need to dispatch it right now. Plays Gemstone Caverns, so no Hardcast Fury either. So they kill my Stoneforge Mystic. I do think that this is a pretty good sign that they have Force of Negation for the Nettlecyst, since they know my exact hand. But that's actually a really, really good draw, so that if I cast the Nettlecyst here, which I think I'm going to, maybe it's just better to cast the Giganta anyways. So I can present lethal with the Nettlecyst, which is nice. So if they don't have Force of Negation, I just kill them, and if they do have it, I get to draw a card. I think that this is probably good enough. I should have tapped this though. Like the Nettlecyst is, I don't think, getting really any better than this. Although maybe it was just better to Giganta there. They got one card in their hand, dead to the Smith, and they concede. Well, I'm going to feel pretty bad about complaining as hard as I have if I 2-0 Rhinos, or not 2-0, but if I beat both Rhinos opponents. Because I've been complaining a little too much, probably, more than I would like to. But, I think everybody understands. This is just not what I wanted to see. But, you know, this is kind of classic Twitch streamer. The more you complain, the more you win. And the worse you feel, but also the more you win. Yeah, I think I want 2 portable holes. I think I only want 3 dispatch. Did I leave it the Lion Sash last time? Lion Sash might be okay. Could be a little slow, though. I definitely don't want the Construct of the Draw, maybe on the play. Yeah, I think I left it in the Sash last time, but I think I want to not have it in this time. I don't want Damping Sphere. Maybe it is just the Sash. Yeah, it's just the Sash, I think. One Sphere isn't bad against Cascade. Sphere is not a ley line. It's a 2-mana card that you have to take a turn off to cast. And if you're taking a turn off to cast Sphere, your opponent have plenty of time to just pay the extra 1 to, you know, that the Sphere makes their Cascade just cost 1 more mana. You know what I mean? Like if Sphere was 0 mana, if it was 0 mana, make your Cascade cost 1 more, it would probably be good enough to bring in. But the fact that it's 2 mana, you have to take a whole turn off to cast it, and it just makes their Cascade cost 1 more. It's just, like, pretty pointless, I think. Like, it doesn't literally do nothing, right? It does make their Cascade spells cost 1, but I still don't think you want it. I think it's pretty like common trap players fall into, to where they recognize a card like Damping Sphere does something in this matchup, and they just want to bring it in, but it just doesn't do nearly enough. Okay, I'm not going to crack my fetch land here so that I can play around Fire Ice. And we're going to play Lightning Greaves here. I mean, as a Fiddlebender target, it's not at all, I think, better than Sash specifically. Well, Sash at least, like, can get really big, right? And, like, be an impactful creature on board. I really think the Damping Sphere is not good, but if you disagree, you know, you can sideboard however you want in this matchup. So my hope is to be able to, next turn, Fiddlebender into Ratchet Bomb, assuming that they have a Cascade here. Might need triple white next turn, so I'll play the castle here. It's also like, you're never gonna Oswald Fiddlebender for Damping Sphere. You like always do it for like Void Mirror instead. Would love for them to just cast another Cascade spell here. No such luck. No Prismari commands, opponent. No Force of Vigors. Just good, honest burn spells. It's outrageous. It's unfair. I think I need to... I can take this out. Opponent taking no prisoners. Alright, we're gonna take 8. The problem, maybe I should have chump blocked here, because the problem is this borrower is gonna kill me, even if I can get the Ratchet Bomb out. But I do have you know, a draw off the for turn, a draw off the star. Have some outs. Maybe they'll like Charlotte's Agent too. Not thinking about Ratchet Bomb. That would probably be best case scenario. Does seem like they're considering casting something on their main phase. I don't know what it is. I hope it's Charlotte's Agent. I really hope it's Charlotte's Agent. If I had an Outburst, I guess would have been fine too. Yes. Let's freaking go. That is the best draw. Dude, you're an Ichor Wellspring too? It's pretty great. Ratchet Bomb has got it going on. To draw one, I have waited for so long. Remy, can't you see? It's 0 CMC.
Lingering Souls, flashback Lingering Souls, Spectral Procession, flashback Lingering Souls, End step, raise the alarm, make a couple soldiers. Stacy's making a million tokens again.
Tokens again.
2 more soldiers. I'm sitting looking bitter while he's blossoming. Fairy flashback Lingering Souls. He's got more forests and soldiers than the Viet Cong. The Viet Cong. He says it's junk, but I think that description is wrong. Make a vampire. Well, I'm probably gonna lose my life down to 2. But when I draw my final card, I know just what to do.
Ratchet Bomb.
It's got it going on. To draw one, I have waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? There's 0 CMC. I know it might seem wrong, but I'ma crack this Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb has got it going on.
Stacy, do you remember when I cracked that bomb? You sacked that bomb.
You just cranked out 8 humans like the Octomom.
Octomom. So I think here I need to get Shadowspear and equip it to Sentinel and attack, so I'm not dead to another Borrower. Maybe. Okay, so that plays around Borrower. No, it doesn't. They just petty theft. They just petty theft. Yeah, that still loses to Borrower. So let's grab the Void Mirror then. Shout out to Remy. Can we get some exclamation point Remy's in the chat? A lot of songs like that. Missed it, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you. Glad you're liking the stream still. Okay, well, did the Borrower, I guess. Although, oh yeah, can't even cast the Bauble anymore. But they are pretty likely to be dead next turn if they don't have it. They're also like pausing so much. You know? they're just like you know, they're taking their time. It like really feels like they have the Borrower. 5 mana, what the hell is this? Force of Vigor, pay for Sentinel? Okay, deal. Way better than being dead. Way better than being dead. The Void Mirror also, of course, cuts off a ton of my opponent's outs here. Or, oh, just the Cascade spells, really, because they can hardcast any of the pitch cards at this point in the game. Prismari command number 2, killing Oswald and Void Mirror. Well, at least this unlocks my Bauble. What a game. Ooh, Greaves is actually, like, stellar draw here. It's a lot of pressure on my opponent. Opponent with the, expletive in the chat. Alright, so they just drew Fire Ice. So if their last card was another burn spell, we do die here. If they went face with that, they kill us. Well, they didn't know that they were drawing Fire Ice. They're not cycling ice main phase, are they? Thought some moving boots to the bigger Smith. Probably should have, huh? Although keeping the boots on the 2/2 means like the 2/2's not dying to Fire Ice or Bone Crusher, but this like survives the 2 damage burn spell. So maybe it is actually better to do it this way. I think we have lethal through Fire Ice. Oh, I should have probably got Treasure Vaults actually, because that grows the Smiths on my opponent's turn. Yeah, but they can ice this, but I still have 6 damage. I have exactly 6 through the ice, so they have to have 2 things here. This is the GG. Okay, and despite my excessive, needless complaints, my whining and bitching, we beat Rhinos both times we played against it, actually. We beat Rhinos both times, actually. Yeah, good matchup, actually. Unlosable matchup? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Although, like yeah, Rhinos is like the biggest reason I stopped playing this deck was Rhinos was really popular for a couple weeks. I was just getting thrashed and trashed. Let's try this. Just cut Chalice. I think Chalice is fine because your clock is just like so slow. You know what I mean? So like having Chalice as a way to like actually like interact with your opponent and like just stomping them out, I think is probably your best plan. Chalice and Magus. Too many 1-drops? Well, I think if you just have Hierarch, it's probably fine. Like I think cutting Lightning Bolts for Magus, you only have the Hierarchs for the Chalice. I feel like I'm missing like one sideboard card that's probably pretty important. Hold on. Yeah, I want to see the sideboard look like 4 Force of Vigor, 3 Collector Oof, 3 Torpor Orb. I don't think that you necessarily need these Veils, especially if you're gonna have the Chalices in. Okay, we're definitely gonna go for the Crackdown combo. Endurance, okay, right. The deck has 4 main deck Endurance, or a 3 main deck, and I'm suggesting the 4th. Oh yeah, 1 Emrakul in the sideboard, or like a Guy's Blessing if you want to be more on a budget. But Emrakul is the best because it has a higher mana value against Tasha's Hideous Laughter. But you are probably pretty soft to mill, so having that's probably a pretty important one. Yeah, Fury could be a good sideboard card too. Yeah, just, you know, a lot of loose thoughts throwing out here. Haven't been working too much on the Werewolf deck. Werewolves is a very sick tribe. They beat Cancer. No, I misplayed against him in game 3. I didn't realize he could cut me off to Metalcraft until it was too late for my dispatch. Okay, that's fine. Is Magus the Moon also better than Blood Moon and is it Murktide, or only in this Werewolf deck? I think for the most part, right now I'm wanting to play Magus over Blood Moon, since, like, although Titan is somewhat on the decline right now, so like this may change at some point, but you mostly want Magus for Titan anyways. It's like Titan and Tron, and it's like those are like the 2 matchups that you board in, that you board in the the Moon effect for, and like with those decks main decking Boseiju, it just kind of like it almost feels like a no-brainer to me that you would just want to play. You would just want to play the Magus of the Moon instead at this point. Don't counter my Greaves. Okay, cool. Yeah, yes, use your removal spells on my Stoneforge Mystic so I can kill your Crackdown next turn. How's Crackdown looking? Well, it's... Oh, I don't have a second creature actually to combo with the Crackdown next turn. I do have the Nettlecyst to hit them for a lot, I guess. Yeah, Cavern of Souls would maybe be a good idea to help with the Chalices, because you can Cavern on Goblin for the Hierarchs. Okay, yeah, so we have to play the Nettlecyst first, because Crackdown combo only works if you have an extra creature in play. Okay. Because the Lightning Greaves gives Shroud, you can't re-equip to itself. You have to equip onto another creature first. That's okay, we have 34 cards in the library, though. We got some time. Hopefully this is just Luris. Yeah, just Luris, which we've got Dispatch for. Oh boy, that was the nut draw. That was the nut draw. If they have another Fatal Push, they're not dead. But we do get to draw a card. Is the OG version of Burn, Guide's version, the best at the moment? I really like the Channeler version over the Guide version. But it's also like, at least as far as that goes, I doubt it's going to be like much of a metagame call. I think, like, you know, maybe you could test a bunch and see if you feel like you think that Guides are overall better than DRCs. But I was always so impressed by DRC in that deck. What do we cut for the Sash and 2 mainboard Dispatch? I've been tweaking the list a lot. I'm sorry. It's like, I know one of the cuts was the 4th Mishra's Bauble, and then like I can't remember when we cut the Crucible. I also cut the 2nd Lightning Greaves. I put the 2nd Greaves in the sideboard. I think it makes some sense. But like I'm just like, I've been like tweaking the list so much. I just like can't even remember like when things came out. Esther with the 16 months? With an 8-month streak? I didn't know that we had been going for that long, huh? Like Esther. I feel like I haven't seen your resub message in a little while. Okay, I'm gonna click submit. Yeah, a lot of hello Esters in the chat. Is Lantern yourself relevant? You can't Lantern yourself. You can only Lantern your opponents. We have also a relic for that that effect. Yes, I can. I guess I'm keeping this on the draw. Sorry, I got a stupid freaking house hunt email to look at. Okay, didn't find the land we need. Hopefully this drum resolves. I can at least cast the portable hole. I think I probably have to go talk to Esther about this stupid house shit real quick. We got a really confusing email. It's just also complicated for no reason. Okay, Salty, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you. I'm gonna yield to their turn real quick. Right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Still no land, huh? I guess if I'm gonna pop a 1-mana cantrip, I want it to be the Relic of Progenitus. Yeah, I think you could play an Elixir in the sideboard. I feel like I usually win this matchup. It's like you don't have a lot of fetch lands, which is nice. You got a lot of pressure. You have the combo potential, which they're kind of soft to, like you saw. So I feel like I usually do win this matchup. So I don't know that you necessarily need the Elixir, but it's obviously like a totally reasonable option. I do know that they have an Archive Trap in their hand. So if I go for Stoneforge Mystic here, they can Archive Trap me down to 14 cards in my library. That being said, I do need to cast a Stoneforge Mystic, I think. I need to get some pressure on them. We might lose this game, despite me just saying that I usually do win this matchup. I'm going to pop the Relic here, turn off Drowns, turn off their draw 3s. And I have to forward Esther this email. Bloodchief's Thirst, pretty bad for us. Probably gonna have to go to game 3. Let's go Spellskite, Portable Hole, Chromatic Star, I guess. Okay, Tasha's gonna be lethal. Go to game 3. And then forwarding the email and refocusing on the games. Sorry about that. Maybe the first time I've seen Skites and Swing got banned. Yeah, it pops up every once in a while in some of my brews. Used to be like such a big modern staple. It used to be pretty expensive. Is Crucible worth putting back over Giganta? Crucible's so good. You can't cut Giganta, it's just too important. Crucible is fine though, but it's also like I feel like the main matchups you would want it for, usually want it for, was like it was like specifically blue-white control that it was really good against, and obviously like having a card that's great against blue-white control is relevant. Like if you're not unhappy to have a great card in that matchup, of course. But it is also true, like it really is only shines in specifically that one matchup, so I think it's a bit narrow of a sideboard card. The matchup's also like not bad without the Crucible anyways. Might be a Chromatic Star as mana fixing game. Weed, thank you for the 12 months, appreciate you. Is Construct the only combo win con of the deck? Yeah, it's the only combo win con, but it's definitely not like even your plan A. You mostly just like beat down with, you know, Nettlecyst, Stoneforge Mystics, Ingenious Smiths. There's Saga tokens. Struggled a little properly utilizing March and Blue White. Do you have tips on when it's good to pitch cards and when you should hold? I think that you are probably overthinking it. Like, for the most part, you are pitching cards if you need to, and you're waiting if you don't. And so, like, a pretty common spot where you're playing a control deck and you need to pitch the cards is going to be when you are ahead on cards, which is pretty common for control decks to be ahead on cards but behind on board. Which again is going to be a somewhat common place for control decks to be in. Ahead on board, behind on cards. Yeah, let's grab the Kaldra again. I know that we're kind of vulnerable to removal spell, but it's kind of fine, I think, if they use removal spell, since we just get to make a token next turn if they kill our Stoneforge Mystic. Another Archive Trap. I know Mill's been a serious deck for a while. How do you like Mill as part of a competitive metagame? I guess I don't understand the question. How do I like Mill as part of a competitive metagame? Yeah, I guess I don't understand what you're asking. Like, I don't play the deck very often, but it's also like I think it is important. It's an important deck in the metagame where, like, one, I think it's good to have a diverse array of strategies be viable. It's also, like, never a deck that feels too threatening or too powerful, since just, like, playing one Emrakul on your sideboard in almost every single deck drastically swings the matchup towards your favor. It is also, like, kind of the Titan killer. Like, Titan's worst matchup is Mill, according to Titan players, and I think that is an important balancing factor too, to have it here. We have 11 cards left in our deck too. Just actually milled to 0 on turn 3. Brutal. Okay, 2/2. Hammer has a counter. Blue-white control is, like, incredibly good against Hammer. There's a lot of decks that are good against Hammer. But it's also, like, Hammer also has, like, tons of specific sideboard cards that are good against it too. But yeah, blue-white control is like, you know, like when blue-white control is super popular, Hammer Time usually falls out of favor. Does Mill have bad matchups? You know, I haven't truly played enough Mill to maybe give you a super cohesive illustration of that deck's matchup makeup. But it's also just, like, you know, definitely true that just playing one Emrakul on your sideboard always makes your matchup so much better against Mill. Okay, this is fine. Oh yeah, decks like humans typically are pretty good against Mill. What are Rhinos' bad matchups? Blue-white control, another deck great against Rhinos. Blue-white control with main deck Chalice main deck Chalice and Verdict is really hard for Rhinos. Yeah, Yorion decks also can maybe be a somewhat of a counter to Mill, right? Thanks to the Ingenious Smith question credit. Okay, I wasn't sure that that's what you were asking. Just wanted to make sure. Definitely just Construct Beatdown plan. Actually, kind of like playing Greaves here. Greaves can make my Stoneforge Mystic better next turn, and, like, or potentially just a Construct better next turn. So I think we're playing against Esper Ephemerate Reanimator, a deck I actually even considered playing today. I've been wanting to dust it off. I think we're playing some Goblins next, though. Goblins did get a couple of, like, I mean, it's just, like, the smallest upgrades ever. Just, like, a red channel land, and then, like, the slightly better unclaimed territory. Okay, they're not... I mean, they could still be playing Reanimator, I guess, but I'd say for the most part that Liliana probably means they're just, like, an Esper Ephemerate, like, Smallpox deck? Maybe not. We'll see. Hard to say for sure. I think I'm gonna this turn play the Sash because it grows the constructs. I'm just gonna hit them for 10, I think. I don't really care if they plus. Or maybe I care if they plus if this discards a Archon, actually. Maybe I'll care then. Could there be a place for Bank Buster in this deck? I can't remember exactly what Bank Buster does, but I definitely don't remember like being super high on the card. Okay, they are Reanimator. Next on my Sash. Oh yeah, that card. Yeah, Crew 3 is a lot. Attacking for only 4 on the ground when you compare it to like you can play Heart of Kieran and have a flyer for Crew 3 with a Vigilant Flyer. And I understand that you could spend 2 mana to draw a card, but it's very slow. Mazemind Tome, I think like at one point was a card that you could like reasonably consider to play in Modern, and I think that Mazemind Tome has been like almost just power leveled out at this point. We have Lion Sash's Graveyard Hate. Let's name Liliana here. Yeah, Mazemind Tome like definitely just feels like a pretty weak option these days. And so like this is like you also like don't get the Scry ability from Mazemind Tome. The life gain ability from Tome is a big part of why that card is good. I think it's good to leave back a Construct to block a Solitude. I could be wrong about that, I guess. Mazemind Tome was never playable. I mean, it was like I think it was a fine option in Eldrazi Tron. Opponent just giving up, I guess. Didn't move the Greaves. I guess I should have moved them. I should have moved into the Sash, yeah. Okay, we're bringing the Cage, the Lantern. Play Dispatch, probably over Portable Hole. Seems like pretty good. This matchup's usually pretty good too. I'm going to use the restroom quick. E-Tron's still Modern. I feel like I play against it like maybe once a week. I don't know. I don't know if that qualifies as still in Modern. I'll keep this. Sentinel's very good against them. We could try to Fiddlebender for some Graveyard Hate too. Or we could just draw some Graveyard Hate. No need to play Cage on turn 1, of course, since there's really no way for them to reanimate anything until turn 3. Main phase Faithful Mending is weird. I feel like you would usually want to do that on end of turn, especially if I get to draw a card. Main phase is also pretty bad into a card like Soul Guide Lantern. Play the Star because we've got the Fiddlebender here. Any time for Elden Ring? Yeah, I've played probably like 20 hours of it so far. I don't know if I'm gonna have any time to. I don't think I'm gonna play any more until after I get back from Chicago, unfortunately. But I did get to play a couple hours last night. Yikes! Thankfully, we have our Fiddlebender as to tutor up a portable hole for the Stony Silence. But if they can deal with my Fiddlebender, we are going to be in some trouble. I'm 62 hours and just found the tutorial. That's funny. Yeah, we did the tutorial at the beginning. We were surprised like how easy the opening boss was, but apparently the opening boss is just like a regular enemy, which is weird. Any good enchantment brews? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, so now I guess our hope is to draw a non-artifact land and just beat him down with a Nettlecyst. The Scrap Digger's Cage is definitely going to slow him down a decent amount. Well, that is at least an artifact that gets some value through the Stony Silence. Yeah, I could also just draw Portable Hole. Good point. Karn the Great Creator minus changed? What? So they bounce the cage, which means that they have a persist here for the Muldrifter. Oh, that's right. I set out the portable holes. Right. Well, I guess the Fiddlebender plan was doomed from the start, huh? I'm not, I don't think I'm dispatching the Muldrifter. I think I'll trade Muldrifter for Sentinel if they want it. They decide that they don't. Oh, you know what? I should hold up the dispatch instead of play the Wellspring though, because if they do have Ephemerate, I'm gonna want to just respond with that. If they have double Ephemerate, maybe they get me pretty bad here. What's the Sacred Foundry splash for? We have Giganta as a companion, which wins us the occasional game. Playing a team of Wreck and struggling against Murktide seems like a bad matchup. I think it's okay, especially post-board when you get access to the Endurances. The blue channel land should also help somewhat if you have added that. It's okay. I did miss a juicy. I'll take a look now. Okay, so how big is this Nettlecyst? It's gotta be huge, right? 8/8. So next turn I play Ichor Wellspring, 5/5, 9/9. That is lethal. So I guess I'll kill the Liliana. Blue-white hammer time. Okay, so here's kind of the thing with blue-white is if you're playing the reality chip, I think that you should actually be playing like 2 or 3 of it, since the theory behind reality chip is that you're just actually pretty happy to naturally draw this card because you're not going to tutor for it that often. So I think I probably would like to see like 2 reality chip, 2 blacksmith skill, 0 Ingenious Smith. The Eiganjo also feels kind of greedy to me with the blue splash. It's maybe okay. Oh, I really don't understand this Glacial Fortress at all. I would like 100%. I would play the 3rd Hallowed Fountain over the Glacial Fortress all day, every day. I also kind of feel like Hammer Time players maybe just generally play too many fetch lands. They could just pretty easily play like 4 Seachrome Coast, 4 Hallowed Fountain, and kind of call it a day instead of playing like 4 fetches and like 2 dual lands. That's probably how I would build it. I'm gonna switch to goblins real quick. But we're gonna finish the rest of this deck tech. Yeah, if I was gonna be building the mana base, I would be playing 0 fetch.